The president of a renowned American university, Drew First, once said, higher education is the strongest, sturdiest ladder to increase socioeconomic mobility. Avenue 2021 aims to be a crucial bridge between universities offering world class higher education and students who are looking for the right learning avenues abroad. Good evening to all, and welcome back to the sixth day of Avenue 2021. This day, which is represented by the orange gemstone coral, signifies musical intelligence. Those who are passionate about singing, playing instruments, and composing music can pursue their career as musicians, disc jockey, singers, or composers. The flow of the program for the evening is as follows. We will begin with a welcome address, followed by a brief introduction and video on the university. After this, we will listen to our eminent representative from the university and then request him to answer a few questions raised by the attendees in the Q&A segment. We shall conclude the session with a vote of thanks.
Today, we have with us here Mr. John Butler, a representative of the International Foundation Group. Welcome to Avenue 2021, sir. At the outset, we wholeheartedly welcome dignitaries from the Ministry of Education, Honorable Chairman, Board of Directors of the Indian Schools in Oman, Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, and other esteemed members of the Board of Directors, officials from the Indian Embassy, President, Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir, Management Committee, and other members of the committee, presidents of all the participating school managing committees, all principals, vice principals, heads of various departments, coordinators, teachers, parents, and all the enthusiastic aspirants.
We cordially welcome distinguished members of the business community, CBSE officials, members of the educational cell, our sponsors, digital partner, media partners, and our valued donors. Welcome all once again. Your hosts for this evening are myself, Shiva Harni, and Joe Daniel of Class 9 from Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir. Dear participants, you are requested to fill in the feedback form, which will be posted in the description box towards the end of the session. Filling this form is necessary as it would fetch you a participation certificate. You are also requested to post your queries in the Q&A box. Our speaker will try to answer them in the Q&A session.
Today, we are honored to have with us Mr. John Butler, an eminent representative from the International Foundation Group located in London, Abu Dhabi, and also online. Let's watch a video presentation about the university.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
I have come to UK to study medicine. I plan to study with IFG because they're really good. I have heard a lot about them. Their teachers are very highly qualified and their way of teaching is really interesting and excellent. The college location is the best because we have a lot of shops and park, cinemas and other stuff around that, so we can easily reach to that.
Basically, I came from Saudi Arabia to study here. I found the IFG staff really good and they are friendly and they really helped me a lot. How to get prepared for university and how life goes in university. The teachers here are friendly and really helpful, and when you stuck in something and you cannot understand it, they really do the best they can to let you know the information and make everything easy for you.
I am Norma from Sudan, but I live in Qatar. I am doing foundation in law or social sciences. Well, a friend of my mother's recommended it for me and I applied for it. The college helped me with the visa application and all the documents that I needed, and they helped me find an accommodation. Well, it's a student halls. I live there with a roommate. It's like a large studio and it's perfect for a student and it's quite safe. I travel by train. It's quite affordable and mostly it's reliable, but sometimes with the bad weather, some consequences happen. Everything is quite organized in London.
I found about the IFG through my brother. He introduced it to me and then introduced it to my mom. It was really easy because I didn't know anything about visa prior or student visa or anything like that. So I was a bit confused by that. They were really nice to me. There was no problem at all. I come from Nigeria, and there's a lot of things that aren't practiced in Nigeria that are practiced in other countries. But here it's taught me that you can make more friends with better people if you're more accepting. People shouldn't be judged based on their differences or how they are, what they do, rather than what they have to offer. I mean, I've never actually lived with an Iranian before. In the UK, there's more diverse cultures. Now I live around Iranians, I live with more Middle Easterns. I've seen Croatians now, I've seen people from Sudan. I have more friends that are from different cultures than I have just black or white.
That was indeed a splendid video. Let me give you a brief introduction to Mr. John, who has had an extraordinary career and acquired the experience and expertise which serves IFG well in his role as Business Development Director. Prior to graduating with a degree in English literature, he pursued an acting career featuring in a wide variety of films and TV shows. Now, I call upon our guest presenter for this session, Mr. John Butler from the International Foundation Group. Over to you, sir, for your presentation.
Thank you very much, Compere Joe. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Put very simply, I'm here today to help you make your academic dreams come true. IFG, the International Foundation Group, will empower you with knowledge, skills, and most importantly, the confidence to navigate your undergraduate degree, your postgraduate degree, or your PhD, wherever you want to follow on to, at a very highly rated UK university, also Australian university, or Cyprus, which is proving to be very popular of late, the University of Nicosia, which is amazing for medical students especially. Wherever you want to be, we will get you there. We will ensure you have everything you need for academic success. Please allow me to share a short précis of a couple of courses that we do. We do a lot of courses. We do everything in Foundation. What I won't show you is an art and design course or program, which we've recently added to our curriculum. So let me just share my screen. Here, this one, this is our most popular course. Yeah, this is our most popular course. I think it's everyone's most popular course on business management, which is very comprehensive. If you're not entirely sure what you want to do with your life, I think this is the most versatile course. So that's what I'd recommend if you weren't sure what you want to do academically.
Excuse me, sir.
This is now our most popular.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry.
Are you sharing your screen?
Yes. Can you?
No, we cannot see any. No, sir, we can't see.
Why can you not share my screen?
Please check.
Well, I'm pressing all panelists. All panelists. Yeah. Can you share now? Can you see now all panelists?
No, sir.
That's very frustrating.
Sir, click on share screen.
What about now? Can you see now? I'm sharing
No,
my
no, sir.
screen on the Zoom, but it gave me an option. What about this? Can you see this? This little film?
Sir, click on share screen, then advanced,
I have clicked on shared screen.
then advanced. Then you clicked on advanced,
Yeah, advanced screen sharing.
then video.
I've got it circled on all panelists. So that's the right
1
option,
minute,
isn't it?
sir.
All
1
panelists,
minute,
not
sir.
only host. Or is it all only host?
You are on a host, sir.
Sorry?
You are a co-host only.
Ah, I thought
If I
all
could just interrupt
panelists.
really quickly, John, I think what you're clicking on is the teeny tiny arrow on the right
Yeah.
side of share screen. There's a bigger arrow just above share screen that's a little bit larger. Just click on the middle of that.
Sorry, one sec. So
instead of
again, is that Annette?
this is Mubaraka. So instead
Mubaraka, share screen, yeah.
Instead of clicking on
the green panel,
arrow,
yeah.
Yeah, so instead of clicking on the small arrow, there's a big highlighted arrow. If you can click on
the green one.
Yeah. There are two.
That's what I'm doing.
Click on the larger one.
Yeah, I did that.
Do you have a presentation?
It's saying only host or all panelists. I want to share with all panelists, don't I?
On the left side of that, is there another arrow if you close the advanced sharing options?
No, Mubaraka, I've done this many times. This is always the way to do it. So I think I may have some kind of unfortunate glitch here. Very frustrating.
Do you want a presentation with me and I can share it on my end?
Sorry?
Do you want to share the presentation with me and I can share it on my end?
Sure.
Cool.
So, okay, share. Can you see that now?
No, we can't.
Oh my goodness.
Would you like to email me the links and then I can share it here while you speak about them?
No, it's okay. What you can do is, Mubaraka, is you can just refer the students to me. My greatest apologies. I've done many of these, and I've never had the pop-up that has popped up today to tell me this host or participants thing. This is a new thing, so something's gone amiss here. So you'll have to accept my apologies, but I would like. Hopefully, I've made an impression on some of the students who would like to come to London, to come to our centre in Abu Dhabi, or in fact to do everything online if they so wish. That's possible too. The key thing would be we never have large classrooms. Our classrooms are always small, or class sizes, I should say. The classrooms themselves have got plenty of room, but the classes themselves are small. So what that entails is that each student gets a lot of one-to-one tuition, which is unlike other pathway providers who have large classes. So yeah, I'd like to talk to you either in the Kalendi, or indeed Studyco can arrange for a private one-to-one interview with yourself and me for later next week. So once again, my sincere apologies for that glitch, but hey, this is modern life. This is technology. These things happen. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon. Hello?
John, what I suggest is, would you like to just give a brief about the courses that you have just to the students so then they can understand a little bit, and then we can book the one-on-ones? You're on mute. John, you're still on mute.
Okay. Yes, so we do foundation courses in the most popular one by far, the business management course, which you can go on to do more or less anything. It's a very versatile class that will lead you wherever you want to go. Engineering, obviously, social sciences, medical foundation is huge at the moment. And I think that may have, the pandemic, the COVID pandemic is obviously been an awful tragedy, but one good thing has come out of it. And a lot of very great young people like yourselves want to make the world a better place. And so they're going for medical options. And our medical foundation is second to none. And you can go on to many excellent medical unis with us in either the UK or Cyprus or the West Indies, Grenada. But we've also added other new courses which aren't on our curriculum yet, with like art and design. So we also do pre-master courses. Strictly speaking, our pre-masters are in social studies and law. But here's the thing about IFG. We're very much about tailoring to the individual and educating on a personal level. We teach all of the person, not just the budding student. So you can come to me about an art and design course. If you don't see it on our website, it doesn't mean we won't tailor a course for you. So, the key thing about us is that you will be treated with a lot of care. We're a small, modest group. I think in this day and age of a kind of unbridled neoliberal capitalism, this is the kind of small, local way, act local, but think global way to move ahead. So yeah, come to us and be a beautiful fish in a beautiful small sea. So yes, once again, apologies about the glitch, but please don't hold that against me. I'd love to talk to you in whatever shape or form, either in the calendar or later you can arrange a Zoom, a one-to-one. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It was truly Thank you, sir. It was truly an enriching session. Sir, may I request you to answer a few queries which have been raised by our valued audience. Sir, may I now invite our moderator for this session, Ms. Batul, to share with you the questions raised by our audience.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Yes, we've had an unfortunate glitch today, but I'm sure there are a few questions here. Let me have a look at the Q&A. Yes, the first question raised is, do you have dual courses? Do you offer dual courses?
Offer what courses? Sorry, can you repeat the question? Do we offer what course?
Dual courses, dual.
Dual?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, actually the course I arranged most recently for a girl in she was born in Kuwait. She is from, I think she's actually got an Omani passport and she's living in Sharjah, and she's just started a medical course with us online. which she will do for the first part of the course. And then in January, all being well, she's coming to London to do the rest of the course. So yeah, you can do whatever's best for you. We accommodate you. If you want to be in Abu Dhabi, our center in Abu Dhabi. If you want to be in London, if you want to do half and half, or even indeed, if you want to do your program all online, because that's something that's come out of the pandemic, is everyone's got to be very flexible and adapt, and even universities are doing complete courses online. As you know, it's not what we want, but for some people, it may be the only way. So that is possible, yes.
Thank you. Our next question is, what is the cost of the Medical Foundation program?
The cost of the Medical Foundation program is £18,000. All of our other foundation programs are £12,000. But the Medical Foundation program is £4,000 more, for good reason. All the branches, all the disciplines within the umbrella term of medical or medicine lead to longer courses. The programs, the degree programs are 5, sometimes 6 years long. And I think there's a saying that you've got to speculate to accumulate. And I guess you all know what that means. But to clarify, you've got to speculate, you've got to spend money to accumulate, to make money. And although it's a slightly more expensive course, the rewards financially in those areas are pretty superb. But I think so they should be, because people in the medical sector are usually very empathetic. They want to make the better place. They feel it's a calling, it's a vocation for them, and they are duly rewarded. So having said that, £18,000, if you look at other foundation programs for medicine, is a very modest fee, actually.
Thank you. Can you throw some light on the design courses that are available at the foundation?
Well,
arts and design.
Yes, Batul, thank you. Well, art and design is just a course it's a fledgling course, in that it's just something that some of our closest consultants we work with has come up with individuals and said, you don't do art and design, do you? And I've spoken with my academic director, Michael, and asked him, what can we do? This girl is in a bit of trouble. She's in a bit of a muddle here, or pickle. That's a nice phrase we use. We're in a bit of a pickle, and is a bit frustrated. She can't find what she wants. So we've done 3D design. We've done urban planning, which is architecture. And there's a current one. What is she doing now? Oh, actually, in a typical artist, right brain dominated style, you know, the definition of as an artist is someone who loves to change their mind. And I love to change my mind. I think it's not always, but it's refreshing when you can change your mind. And art is all about changing your mind. And this young lady, Lingi, she hasn't quite decided what she's going to do yet, but we're helping her build a portfolio. The portfolio is the key thing to get into a good university to do an art course. So that's what we're doing. She doesn't quite know. So yeah, in other words, it's bespoke. I'm pretty certain whatever, if the student comes to us about some art and design passion that he or she wants to do, we will find a way of accommodating them and getting them into a good university.
Thank you. In continuation with that question, does the design course need, at the foundation level, does it need a portfolio?
Oh yes, that's the key thing, that that we create a module that's based around creating a portfolio, because that's the number one thing that the university wants for you to get a successful application. Yeah.
Thank you. Moving on to the next question, what are the type of scholarships that are offered to the merit students also? And if there is anything for students who are showing exemplary performance in sports?
Well, I'm not altogether sure, to be honest, Batul, to answer that question. We haven't, I think, I'm not sure what the status of the student would be if they're in Oman, or if they've got an Indian passport, or what the story is. I'm sorry, but I can't answer that question. We do have relationships with various countries who do offer scholarships. So we need to define whether the student in question is able to get a scholarship from Oman or from an Indian-based organization in Oman. As for personal scholarships based on merit, for truly exceptional cases, we would grant a sponsorship, a scholarship rather than a sponsorship, which would be a reduction dependent on their personal circumstances and their letter and their transcripts and the quality of their work.
Okay, so if they book a one-to-one session, I think you can review and then probably give them a proper solution, like what kind of scholarships are there, right?
Yes, but I could, if in a one-to-one Zoom, I would be able to ascertain whether the student would be of the quality to gain the sponsorship or the scholarship.
Thank you so much. Now, after the completion of the course, what are the placements like?
Well, we have progression agreements with lots of super high ranked universities in the UK, and because of COVID, a lot of students have wanted other solutions. We have, we've recently got a few progression agreements with Australian universities, and I'm very happy to say, I don't know if you heard this, guys, before, but for our medical foundation, we've started sending students to the University of Nicosia in Cyprus, which is, you know, it's in the Mediterranean, but it's near the Middle East, and their rating recently went up. And it's a very, very good school. And moreover, you know, if you're gonna study medicine for 5 or 6 years, you want to live in a place that you don't dislike, that you really, really love. And Cyprus is an example of two cultures, Muslim culture and a Greek Orthodox culture living together fairly harmoniously. Fantastic food, fantastic climate. So I would strongly recommend coming to us to do a medical foundation and then going on to the University of Nicosia. That would be a great route.
Okay, thank you so much for answering that. You know, can you throw some light on what is the campus life like, especially for a foreign student?
Where? In London?
Yes.
Well, in London, I think you saw a little bit of
a wonderful video, yes.
Yes, well, that's our London college is it's based right in the heart of London. I don't know if anyone has heard of Bond Street. It's quite famous as a very luxurious, famous street full of the most famous jewelers and designer labels and everything. But it's also the crossroads is with Oxford Street, which is another crazy shopping street, and it's right in the center. But it's very easy to get to because there's what we call the tube, the underground, the central line, which is in red. It means you can be at the college even if you're in zone 3, staying, I don't know, like 12 kilometers or so or from the out of the center, you will be at college within an hour. It's very, very quick, very easy to get to. The college itself is in a beautiful old Georgian period building, which used to be the Trinity College of Classical Music. And so it's got an almost ecclesiastical atmosphere. It's got a very refined atmosphere. When students enter there, they're imbued with this history. It's not an urban college. It's not an urban academic college. It's got a rarefied atmosphere, and I think that inspires students, that raises the level, and the classrooms themselves are quite very well appointed, and they're nice rooms. But as I say, our main USP is having a very personalized small classes, so each student gets a lot of one-to-one attention. So it's almost like if the student was being taught a whole foundation course or pre-master's course or pre-PhD course or whatever, one-to-one, they might be a bit nervous. They might want a bit of respite and take the pressure off them. But with our style, they don't have that because they're with five or six other students as well. Maybe the only class which is a bit bigger, which is 10 or 12, is business management, because that's so popular, and also IELTS English. So if we have 12 students for an IELTS class, if another one student comes, 13, then we split that class to make 2 classes. So it's very personalized.
Sounds wonderful. Sounds really nice.
Thank you, Batul.
Yes. Can you tell me what is the deadline to apply for the academic year 2022?
For our next intake in January, well, I mean, it's always good to move early and be punctual. The early bird catches the worm, as they say. But having said that, there's always, I don't know if you've heard the term stragglers, latecomers. Because of one thing or another, they can't get a passport. The UKVI are dragging their heels and haven't granted them a passport. Actually, the girl I mentioned who's doing the medicine class, the Kuwaiti girl who's living in Sharjah in the UAE, she started about 10 days ago. She started our course, which started in September. So she's like 3 weeks, nearly a month late, and it's not a problem. Our courses are what we call smart dynamic, and people get a bit worried because they think they're too intense because they're at a shorter length, but it's not that. It's not that at all. It's just that the old classic academic year of 11 months is an unfit for purpose warhorse, where 3 months of that 11 month is actually spent on holidays, long drawn out holidays, where the student has to either go home or spend a lot of money if they're still in the UK. And also, unless they're a very, very diligent student and they carry on with their self-study and homework, they will forget what they've been learning. So when they go back to the next term, they've got to spend at least a week, maybe more, relearning what they've forgotten. So yes, we do have a short break, but our smart dynamic program is much more effective.
Thank you. Final question. For the medical foundation course, do you need UK CAT?
No, well, no, you don't. You don't need UK CAS.
CAT.
Yes, no, you don't. Not via us. You can apply directly through us, because for our UK progressions, it's Brunel University, okay, which is in London. It's a very good. It will be rising in the ratings. It's a very good underrated university, and the important thing to remember about choosing to go to Brunel, if you go via our foundation, our medical foundation, is the faculty, the medical faculty is brand new, absolutely brand new. So it's a good time to get in there and be part of the alumni at the very genesis of it. And we also have Buckingham is not strictly in London. It's slightly to the north of London, although you can actually commute. It's 45 minutes away. It's not even an hour away. And that's a private university, though it's an excellent university for medicine. I know a couple of friends who went there and did film and history and economics. And the Buckingham is a not very well kept secret that a lot of people are fooled by this Oxbridge phenomena. You know, there's all this brouhaha around going to an Oxford or a Cambridge university, where a lot of them are really overrated. But Buckingham is an amazing university to go to for the network of people you will meet for the rest of your life. Again, it's a speculate to accumulate thing. I think if you go to Buckingham, whatever you choose to do, especially medicine, you'll do very well indeed. But our other UK progression for medicine is UCLan, and that is excellent as well.
Thank you for answering all my questions so patiently and effectively. It was very nice interacting.
Thank you very much for your time and your charm and your professionalism, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. I would like to hand over to the student compare now.
Sure, great.
Thank you, sir. We are truly grateful for your pertinent answers to all our queries. I'm sure the participants have gained clarity and have got a clear picture about the prospects available for them at your esteemed university. Attendees, please do remember to fill in the feedback form.
As we have come to an end of this session, I consider it my privilege to express my gratitude in the form of words. It is my pleasure to propose the vote of thanks. On behalf of Indian School Al-Wadi Al-Kabir, the organizing team, and the entire audience, let me first express a profound gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said for the magnanimous benevolence showered on the Indian diaspora and the Sultanate of Oman. May the Almighty shower abundant blessings on His Majesty and this peaceful and prosperous country of our residence. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our eminent speaker, Mr. John Butler from the International Foundation Group. The session was truly informative and engaging. I'm positive it has opened up new vistas for our audience. Thank you, sir. Our deepest sense of appreciation and gratitude to Dr. Shivakumar Manikam, Chairman, Board of Directors, Indian Schools in the Sultanate of Oman, and other members of the board and honorary directors in the Indian Schools of Oman. Thank you all for your encouraging presence and guidance at all times. Our sincere thanks to Mr. Alkesh Joshi, the Honorary President, Indian School Al Wadi Al Kabir, Management Committee, and the other members of the committee for their overwhelming encouragement.
I also wish to take this opportunity to express a heartfelt gratitude to our tower of strength and source of motivation, our beloved principal, Mr. D.N. Rao. Honorable principals of all the participating schools in MENA region, vice principals, assistant vice principals, coordinators, supervisors, and the entire teaching community of all the participating schools. For your support, guidance, and active involvement, thank you. We are indeed grateful to our platinum sponsor Studyco, gold sponsors Jain Group of Institutions, Grey Matter Academics, and Vellore Institute of Technology, bronze sponsors Middle East College, Harper University, Dallas Baptist University, and MIT World Peace University, our digital partner Spectrum, and our media partner The Arabian Stories for their support in making this program a tangible reality. I wish to thank each and every student and parent for their valuable presence in making this session of our Global Career Fair Avenue 2021 a grand event.
An event of this kind requires the coordination of a committed team. My earnest and heartfelt thank you to my ISWK team who have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to make AVNIA 2021 something we can all be proud of. Last but not the least, I thank Almighty God for making this session a great success. Thank you all. Take care and have a wonderful day. Good night.